2. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hold on. To fix something. Just when you think you have it all good to go. Okay, there we go.
Blows up in your face.
Welcome to Nerds with Dice. Before we get going, I want to... There's a couple announcements I need to make. First, we did get our new logo. You can see it now all over the place. It's even on the channel, which also means that the tier 1 emotes are pending, so they will be here soon for subscribers. And we are currently looking for GMs and hosts if you're interested in doing a reoccurring panel or friendly chat thing with your friends for our winter season starting in January. So there is a link in the chat. You can follow that, fill out the form, and we'll get you set up if there's room, of course. Of course, if you're watching this later or not in a position to do it right now, you can find it in the Discord channel in the announcement section or pinned to the top of the Twitter page. Yeah, that should be all. If you're not already there, you can join the Discord. Put that link in the chat too. Before I get ahead of myself, I need to fix the cameras. Holy shit. I just looked over and I was like, wait, that's not Ashley. That's not Jet. Shh. It never happened. It's fine. Now, Jet, tell us who you are a little bit. Let's introduce the characters for a moment.
Hi, I am Gar Atkins, but most folk call me Sahoni, and I go by he, him, and I am playing Jet. Jet Caffrey is what is called a basket case in this game, so he's a very, very eccentric sort of characters. He also uses he, him, and he is a big native nerd who really kind of just wants to make horror movies. And is very disappointed that this is not aliens at all. It's witches.
Wrong aisle at the movie store.
Wrong aisle. Aliens are so big right now.
They'll be bigger in 10 years' time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, witches will get their time in the 90s.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
Wait for like The Craft and like all those good ones to come out.
Absolutely.
All right, and Ashley.
Yeah, my name's Keely. Tonight I am playing Ashley. She is a princess class in this system, but she is secretly smart and really into books and learning things, but also a bit on the skeptical side until stupid mouthless cowboys try to kill her and her friends. So
that's fair.
Pretty big believer now.
And James.
Hi, so I'm Ian Wilson. I'm playing James. He is what they call a brain in this game, where he's good at thinking on his feet. He is probably more skeptical than Ashley is. He's still not quite fully wrapped his head around the fact that this is faceless cowboy monsters and witches and all sorts, and he's desperately hoping there's a rational explanation for all of this. But he's very happy that Jet is loving this so much because he's quite good friends with Jet, and Jet was delighting in the lizard that they managed to find last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, last episode there was some revelations, but towards the end, you got your hands on a lizard creature that can mimic objects. And if Ashley had gone home,
Yep.
but
She had a full day of studying. She's done.
but James and Jet were on their way to show Ashley what they found. Is there any conversation that James and Jet have on their way?
I think there is definitely a moment where when James comes back to find Jet holding on to the lizard, and now currently in the shape of a tape with a lot of wire, or not wire, but like string kind of tied around it to secure it, and it's just kind of going over here and knocking over like a wire spinner rack.
Can we not put that in a bag? The thought of you walking that down the street on a leash is terrifying. I know you want to, but it belongs in a bag.
Yeah. I think there's very much, a few very Jim Henson monstery noises as he like stuffs it into the bag, just like wrestles it closed and with the zipper.
I love that.
Yeah. D. Bradley Baker's probably making the noises or something. He's always the one.
So when you get to Ashley's, do you just knock on the door, or do you do something else?
No, I'm going to be all for knocking on the door. I'm not for any of this antics that involves like chucking rocks at windows, because knowing our luck, what has happened over the last few nights, I'm literally going to put my hand on Jet and say, no, we're going to knock the door.
Fine.
Chuck the lizard at the window.
Yeah.
She's gonna throw the whole bag into the window. Like the cut is just like him winding up for it.
I would assume one of our parents would answer.
At that, I just like quickly like put the bag down.
How did my computer freeze? Oh, okay.
No?
Yep. There we go.
Now it's suddenly extremely close to my face.
Okay, yeah. Ashley's mom answers the door, and she's, "Oh, hi. Who are you?"
Oh, hi. We're Ashley's classmates. We're doing a project together. I rhyme off some vague physics nonsense that sounds very impressive and very studious, and give my biggest winning over parents smile.
Oh, okay. Ashley, somebody's at the door for you.
Okay. They can come upstairs. She cracks her door open, assuming that it's like, I don't know, probably Stephanie or Amber or literally anybody else.
Anybody else.
No, I would prefer that they didn't. You can do your work in the living room.
Mom!
I'm nodding in a very respectful way.
Alright, she comes out. Mom, you're being oh, it's because they're boys.
Hi, Ashley. We're here, but remember that physics thing that we were talking about last week in class?
Yeah.
Rhymo physics stuff. Yeah, we have found a whole load of stuff about that. You will want to see it.
Should we go to the library?
That's a great idea.
Great idea. Let me go grab my stuff.
I love reading. I
She just like does that and walks away and goes upstairs to get her stuff.
that was at the parent, by the way.
No, I know. It's like you might as well have just been like, I'm a human.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Here's
the
some interesting fact about me that you didn't need to know.
yeah, he functions on one level.
So she'll go upstairs and get all like a bag full of the weird books she checked out from the library. And come back downstairs. Alright, Mom, I'll be back. It might take me
Okay.
longer because
She's
now I
gone.
have to walk.
Will you be back for dinner?
No.
Okay. Well, have a nice night. Make sure you eat
Smooches.
something.
Yes, ma'am. Bye.
Ooh, the food court.
I don't want to go back to the mall.
We are not going back to the mall. I know you got a job for 5 minutes, but we're not going back there.
Do you still have your employee discount?
I don't think so. I think I have to work there like a day.
Or like actually work there?
What
Like
was that
get
aw-
hired?
what was that awful
got a
drink you served me?
What was the form?
But what was that awful drink you served me?
Oh,
It was some energy drink,
Like
wasn't it?
stallion juice or something. It was horrible.
Nightmare Stallion.
Nightmare
Stallion.
Stallion.
I mean, it sounds like a glam rock band.
I could see them opening for Rat.
Anyway, Ashley, Jet, show what's in the bag.
Yeah, I kind of open it up just only a little bit, and there's just like
What's in the bag?
snarling.
Well, here's my question. Was there anything else in the bag?
Well, he's not carrying the horseshoe around in his hands.
Was there like a receipt though?
There was not receipts, but there was probably other art supplies.
The rare other art supplies.
So-
Probably all over the bag now.
And you have one more of something that you didn't have before.
Yes. Yeah, that's... Yeah, he's sure... Jet shows you a bag full of art supplies.
What is this?
Oh dang! It's one of these,
Oh,
and then
it's
I just
changed, hasn't it?
drop the horseshoe, the giant horseshoe, into the bag, and then like shake it up.
What's happening? I'm really glad we didn't do this in my living room.
Yeah, your mum wouldn't have appreciated this. There's a thing in that bag that changes shape. I went to get a book, and the book started moving around, and I caught the book. That I feel stupid telling you this, and it turned into a lizard.
A lizard.
Jet has since attempted to contain.
It then turned into a copy of Carrie.
Yeah, there was a whole
Okay.
videotape thing, but the highlight is we have a shape-changing thing in that bag, currently contained by the horseshoe, and I think it's eaten half of Jet's art supplies, to be honest.
And what is the significance of this lizard?
Well, this lizard was, he looks around, it was in the form of a book on witchcraft that I was trying to buy. You know the old bookshop that crazy old lady owns? Yeah,
Mhm.
it was there, the exact book I wanted. It happened to be this thing.
Her name's Matilda, by the way.
Is it? Well,
She's great.
Is she though?
Yeah, no, she's very nice. She likes tea.
Yeah, but
I'm world building here.
if you know, if we were to be looking for people around the college,
What's that? So you mean to tell me that you're shaking a bag with a living creature in it right now,
we don't know what it is, to be honest.
but it's alive?
It bit me.
It did a bit Jet, yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you bite yourself after the way you're treating it?
It did that before.
Mm,
It did, yeah. It
Did it?
provoked Jet.
Did it?
In fairness to Jet was provoked. Got me back here,
Yeah,
Jet.
that's the correct way to phrase that. I just out of character. uh,
Maybe you should stop shaking the bag now. Because you're gonna
Open it.
probably kill it.
I've just imagined Jet just shaking the bag the entire time we were talking.
Yeah. Like it's a shake and bake.
It'll teach you to bite a guy who owns a horseshoe.
Alright, open the bag.
I open the bag.
Yeah, there's a strange looking lizard. It doesn't look like any lizard species you know off the top of your head. But there's
It's also probably covered in rope right now.
Is it dead?
no.
Okay.
That's good.
It's
Is
not
it
happy.
bleeding? Well, I would assume not.
No, it doesn't seem to be bleeding.
Good job, Jet. So yeah, lizard, meet Ashley.
I look down and I go, "Hello, lizard. How are you?"
I suppose I'm getting to the point of what do we do with this?
I
go to try to
have
like
a
let it
Whoa.
sniff my finger.
My brother has a terrarium.
Has
I turn
anything
into the
weird
terrarium.
happened to you, Ashley,
Sorry.
today? Has anything weird happened to you today?
I don't remember from 2 weeks ago. I let the lizard sniff my finger.
It tries to bite your finger.
No.
See, he's a little bastard.
Wait. This is how you teach. No. Bad lizard. Sniffing. Smell. And I and I and I put my finger to its face again.
Ashley, I'm disturbed by this.
It just tries to bite you again. It doesn't understand you. Are you? Are you?
That's why we took it.
Oh, are you? Have you just stopped, or are you walking
Yeah,
as you do this?
I would assume we just stopped on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Great. Out in the open.
Yeah.
Looking at art supplies.
So
Looking like you're buying drugs, but you're
I
very
know.
bad at
And I'm
it.
letting the drugs sniff my finger.
as you're doing this, somebody just walks up and just, oh,
Mind your business.
remember the wildling? Interesting.
What?
So this guy he's thin, like really thin, but he doesn't seem tall. But like like his legs and arms are thinner
He's
than they
lanky.
should be. He's wearing a top hat and just like a really nice bespoke black suit.
Is there a Twisted Sister concert on tonight that we don't know about?
Twisted who?
Jack, close the bag.
Check close, yeah.
That's it.
Sorry,
He's already zipped it close.
sorry, mate. Who are you?
Oh, I'm Hansel. Solver of problems.
I look at Jet. I look at Ashley. Do you know Hansel?
Like gingerbread Hansel? I'm not ruling anything out at this point.
Yeah. Well, hey Hansel, it's great to meet you guys. We should go and get some food before we go to the library because I'm really hungry.
I'm sorry. No, we can't just. Who are you? What? Why are you? Who are you? And why?
Great, Ashley. Smooth.
Thanks.
Yes, those are her two questions. Believe I answered one. Hansel, fixer of problems. Okay,
Why?
Why what?
Why are you here? What are you doing here?
Oh,
Why are
because you have a
bothering us?
wildling in that bag.
Well, I mean, the wildling is holding the bag.
He tried to bite me.
They do that there. Rather unruly creatures.
Yeah.
So you know what that thing is?
Yes, it's a wildling. Member of
What's
the
one of
You
Fae.
keep saying that as if we're gonna. It's just gonna
Yeah,
magically.
exactly.
Like
Oh, one of
you
them.
repeating it over and over isn't gonna help us understand anymore.
One hand.
Creature of the Feywild.
Of course
Okay.
it is.
That
Of
tracks.
course. Yes, because everything is weird now. So you could answer questions for us. Because you're the
Maybe
solver of
depends on the
problems.
question.
Oh.
Okay, why have we got a lizard fairy in our bag? Silver play.
Because you put them
I'm sorry, what was that?
Why have we got a lizard fairy in the bag? Why is this lizard fairy following us around? Oh,
Did you
also, this
steal
is
from it?
this isn't some kind of genie deal, is it? That where like we get to ask you three things, but you misinterpret them all, and then we end up worse off than we were before.
No, I'm not a wish granter. I'm a fixer of
Good.
problems. Wish granters are a whole nother thing. Terrible, terrible
Yeah.
beings, though.
Okay, so what does a wish granter do? I'm sensing the small print. There usually is.
A wish granter, like you said, they
Yeah,
twist your words, give you what you want.
Just
Mhm.
like
I
that,
fix your problems. I can't give you what you want, but I can fix problems.
Yeah, but what's the
Twilight
small
Zone
print
episode.
in the fixing of the products? I would love our problems to be fixed, but there'll be a big but, and it'll be like, I will fix your problems and then kill your parents or something like that.
Oh, I wouldn't kill your parents. That's nasty business.
I'd get dirty.
No. Though I do see that. You know somebody wise, don't you? Told you to keep a nail in your pocket.
I've met many
Mm.
people today.
It's been a busy week for us, let me tell you.
I'm really
Um,
hoping this is all the result of a Nightmare Stallion trip, and I'm going to wake up really soon because this is very strange.
I stand on his foot.
Yep, no, this is real. Thanks.
Yeah. I actually know somebody you could help. Are you okay? Well, first, before we bring you into the inner circle, are you somebody we can trust? Are you a trustworthy person?
Great question, Ashley. Are you a trustworthy man? I was like, yes, I am. You can trust me. Okay, we'll trust you. Seriously? After the last couple of days?
I don't even care anymore. He would say no, and I'd still like, okay, come on.
Do I not look trustworthy? Does this face not look trustworthy?
That's a bad answer. All right, that's the one answer I didn't want.
I just like I think at that point Jet is kind of like, I've been known to be a bad judge of that.
Yeah.
Happens. I can fix that problem with you. May require a tiny bit of brain surgery, though.
Don't like that one.
I got a question. If we lost something, that is a part of something else that makes a thing whole, would you be able to help us find said missing things?
Yes, I can do that.
How are you with books?
Books. I've never written one myself. Read quite a few, though.
You good at finding them?
Yes, trained by a library in the 15th century.
How do you feel about witches?
Can take them or leave them.
Indifferent. Okay, that's fine. How do you feel about men on horseback with no mouths?
Oh, the Wild Hunter, a tricky bunch. Not my business, really, but tricky bunch. Best to stay out of their way, usually.
Mm-hmm.
If we wanted you to find the missing thing I was talking about before, would you have a fee?
So,
Depends on how big of a thing it is.
Like how size or importance?
Mm,
Like, are we talking like big, like the Statue of Liberty, or big, like the meaning of life?
was
big
profound.
the meaning of life.
Oh, well, I
well,
don't,
that's yeah.
I don't think it's that big. It's not that big. Could be, depending on whose life. Ooh, yikes.
Hmm.
Hansel, if we needed to talk to you, where could we find you?
Well, most people. I don't. Well, you can't go there. So, find a mirror. Say
Find a
my
mirror.
name.
Find mirror.
Oh, I don't like that.
Just once?
Just once. Should be fine. Might
Can you
take a
pop up?
moment.
Mm,
Might take a moment. But I'll be there.
Find mirror.
see, that's
Find
that game you told me about with the mirror and that Bloody Mary person.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
We shouldn't play that game right now.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking we're a magnet for nonsense like that right now.
No, we should totally get drunk and do that later.
No.
You know, after a few beers, I think I could talk you into it.
That's a terrible idea.
Hansel, thank you. You have been so kind,
Charming.
interesting. Thank you for your time.
Oh,
How do we get the thing not to bite us? One last question. How do we get the thing not to bite us?
Yeah, the thing in the bag, what is it? That's probably a good
A
way to...
wildlife.
oh, that's actually an easy one. Won't even cost you anything.
Oh,
Feed it
great.
some of these, and he hands you a branch, like with some berries on it.
Hell yeah!
How many berries?
I wouldn't give it more than 3.
I'm going to feed this lizard a berry.
Is there any specific times we shouldn't feed this, like after midnight,
Like
or
a gremlins thing?
any like not getting it wet?
Ooh, good point.
It doesn't come with any crazy rule, does it?
No.
Okay. Give it a berry.
It hungrily scarfs down a berry.
Will it let you pet? Will it let you pet it now?
Yeah, well, can I hold the lizard?
Yeah, no, we'll let you hold it.
Yes, I'm gonna hold this lizard, and then I'm gonna take it and then slide it under my jacket.
Hansel, could we just let this thing go?
A hidden pocket is. That's where it lives now.
If anybody watches Critical Role, this thing just turned into Sprinkle. I'm just saying. Anyway.
Should we just let this thing go?
No.
Why?
It's super cool. And now we have a thing to calm it down.
We've a bitey lizard. We've got, no offense, Hansel, some big, tall dude who knows everything about us. We've had witches. We've had witch hunters. We've got your man and the horse. Can we not like start ushering some of this weirdness away and just go back to, I don't know, physics and history and chemistry and maths? That would make my life so much easier.
I mean, yeah, school's tomorrow, so. Yeah.
Right, so we need to chat to Hansel again. We do the creepy mirror ritual, yeah? Okay, great.
I wrote it down.
Well, thanks for the berries, Hansel. This has been great.
Yeah, welcome. And then
Bye.
and he takes out like a compact mirror, flips it open, and then disappears.
Is the compact left behind?
No.
Okay, that's quite cool.
Oh,
Should we try it? We could go find a mirror now.
No,
and try it.
let's not do that. That's not one of your better ideas. Let's
I've
go
already
somewhere
decided
and
I'm just gonna be
discuss.
friends with all of the cool lizard things.
Should we discuss
should
what
name
we're
it.
going to do?
Yeah, we should discuss naming the lizard.
No. Oh my.
What should we name it?
I'm naming it Crenshaw.
Is anyone else
Crenshaw?
worried about the witches and the guys on the horses and the fact that this weird fairy lizard showing up in our lives?
Crenshaw. The lizard. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. I was writing down his name.
Remember the witches and the horse guys and everything else?
Yes.
The missing book.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't we be doing something about that?
We should. I don't know what to do though.
Yeah,
Maybe I can throw a lizard at them.
Ooh.
Ashley, haven't you found anything?
Ooh, idea. Oh my god. What if we go steal the book from the doctors and use Crenshaw? Sorry, Crenshaw, we shouldn't have named you. As a replacement book. Have him turn into the book, put him there, make them think the book's still there, leave with a real book.
What happens when we try to open the book?
It's a lizard, so
What
you
if,
tell me.
what if we do a magic? Like, we learn one.
You want to learn a magic?
A singular magic.
Which one?
I don't know, something simple.
Like, invisible?
Lighting a candle? I don't know.
Oh, light. Okay. I heard that's pretty low on the levels of magic.
Yeah.
Light.
I mean,
Mhm.
this is new to me too.
Yeah. No, I would probably learn.
These
Why?
are all terrible ideas.
These are great ideas.
These are awful ideas. Why don't we concentrate on finding the book, giving it to whichever random crazy wants it, let them fight over it? In fact, why don't we get our man Hansel just go find the bloody book for us?
Because when I asked him if we could trust him, he gave a real shady shit answer.
Yeah.
So if I'm like, hey, we know about this thing, I'm not even sure he's not listening right now. What we tell him we find this thing and we need you to get it, and he gets it and he's like, ooh, this is fucking cool, I'm gonna keep it and I'm gonna find the lost pages and I'm gonna make the world sad and angry and unbalanced and shit. See? You see how that escalates so quickly?
Yeah, that's assuming he's a bad guy.
And if only we were friends with Elvira.
Well, speaking of which, what about that other witch woman? Can't we get her to go and do some of this for us?
Yes. What was her name?
Sarah.
Give me a moment. That's the one.
Sarah the witch.
Oh, yes, and Melanie.
I would be inclined to say, Sarah the witch, we are gormless teenagers. We are not your occult SWAT team that you need to go and find this book. How about instead of emerging out of lakes and scaring people and almost getting hit by a baseball bat, you spend your time looking for the fucking book?
Well, she didn't exactly recruit us to find the book.
I
We
feel
just
that
kinda-
we've been recruited to find the book because of all this nonsense.
Because of the game.
No. Stop
Um.
breaking the fourth wall.
Ah.
This is not Deadpool.
Well, we could do that. Yeah. Or we could play with Crenshaw. Forever.
You just want to sit and play with.
He's so cool, he can turn into things. What if we could train him? Okay. Find the book. I like the Crenshaw idea, but then we also train him to follow, after a while he, comes home, right? Turns back into a lizard and comes home.
How do you train a fairy lizard? We've got 2 berries or something.
I'm sure there's a book on it somewhere.
I'm
Well,
pretty much sure the only book that would have it is the book.
Well, I mean, it's a fairy. That's a place to start. I know I've definitely watched a couple of horror movies about that stuff. There's definitely books about it.
Let's go
I
get some books
wonder-
about it.
I wonder if Matilda has weird books about it.
We might as well return it to the place we found it.
That's a good idea. Let's go to Matilda's shop.
And ask her why she had a book lizard.
No, let's just browse the bookshelves and see if anything literally jumps out.
I'm sure if we get her some green tea, she would be more than happy to oblige.
She tells me
Without
off every time I bring a drink or food into her shop.
Because you don't bring her any tea. You bring her nothing. It's all for you.
Well, yeah,
You should share.
old book lady. I'm an only child. I'm not good at sharing.
God. Wow, Ian. Right in my freaking heart, why don't you? Call me out.
Just 75% of serial killers are only children.
I mean, I could see why.
It's not true, but it's a sort of fact you could easily believe.
I could also see why. Okay. Let's go to
Right,
the
let's
weird
go and see
bookshop.
Matilda. You can bring her a tea.
God, what if Nerdy already had like this bookkeeper, this bookshop person already like
Yeah.
like mapped out?
You know what's going to happen? You're
How
going to walk in and she's like, I'm not Matilda. Get out of here, you ignorant child.
I just,
I'm like,
I'm
oh,
not
yeah.
Matilda. Spin around. I'm Hansel.
Da-da-da.
Oh god. Before we go to that bookstore though, we go to get some tea. Green tea
Oh, okay.
with lemon.
Is that even a thing in the 80s?
I mean, I'm sure somewhere had it.
I'm sure there's a cafe you can go to and get one.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a Starbucks.
Yeah,
be like-
Starbucks isn't really much of a thing, but like
Like
the fact that you can get a tea with lemon in it, and every fucking diner in the U.S. is very much a thing.
Okay. So we go to Matilda's with tea in hand.
Oh, thank you.
Hi. Here's your tea. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We're good. We were hoping to do some browsing and maybe ask some questions if you have some time.
Oh, yeah. What kind of questions?
Well, we have become highly fascinated in the occult.
Yeah, we've got a school project about the occult, and your bookshop's amazing. So we
Got
figured,
all sorts of interesting and weird
yeah,
books.
we figured you'd be able to help us because you've got all these kind of oldie timey books.
I might be able to help. What kind of a cult specifically? There's lots of.
Do you have anything on the Fae?
Yes, there's lots of books. Though you gotta be careful because some of them are retellings of retellings of retellings. But
What would you
Yeah.
think is the most authoritative one you've got? The one that you'd be like, that's my go-to for fairies.
give me a moment and I'll go find it. And she,
Give her the tea.
I did.
yeah, she takes her tea with her, and she goes to find you her most trusted book on fairies.
It's the thing, do you need anything in the bag? Because this is where we got it from, Jet. See if it's going nuts.
Is Crenshaw reacting in any way?
No.
Okay.
Crenshaw's fine.
Yeah, Crenshaw's just hanging out being a sleepy lizard. It's fun.
I love it. I love how we named him. when she comes back, oh, thank you. Yeah, no, we heard this really funny story the other day about books that could like turn into other things, and it's actually a lizard that can like
Yeah,
turn into
it's crazy, isn't
like,
it?
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, you kids and your stories.
You have
Is she
some old story about a lizard thing
Yeah.
that turned into a book.
How do I tell if she's hiding something? Like if she's like
I don't
being
Roll your social
okay, the
stat,
social chameleon.
whatever. Yeah, that one.
Amazing considering we're talking about lizards.
Good point. I better go and get some dice. Where are my dice?
12, 14, 16.
She doesn't seem to be hiding anything. Like, like she brought, this book. It looks old. It's big and
But she's not being like obviously coy about the whole lizard thing.
no.
Balls.
Yeah. So that's not it.
Nope. Okay. What about, do you have anything to do or any kind of books on a thing called The Wild Hunt?
Oh, there's stuff in this book about the wild hunt. How it relates
Brilliant.
to fairies and stuff.
Oh,
Oh, that's nice.
lovely.
Nothing scary, is it? Nothing but the wild hunt, like killing
But-
people.
Yeah, I mean, I guess some of it's scary, but this book is mostly for children, so they tried to not make it too scary.
Okay. Take a look at that one.
Do we have anything more like informational? Like like an encyclopedia.
Like if it was all real.
Yeah, like Webster's Encyclopedia of Fae.
No.
May I, as if you're, could you?
Yeah, nothing like that.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Well, let's take a look through these ones and see what we get.
I'm also gonna browse a little bit through the shelves and stuff, and I'm just gonna like randomly poke books.
Yeah, I'm going back to the shelf where I found the lizard. I'm refusing to use its name and see if there's anything else. I'm going to be running that nail along in a sort of anything going to react to it.
I'm just reading the book that was suggested.
Do you when you're reading the book, do you just leave it on the counter?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Yeah, you as you browse, you don't see anything. None of the books jump around or change or anything. They're all just books.
Okay. I come back somewhat defeated and see what Jet's been discovering.
Yeah. Did I learn anything worth knowing? I guess.
You learn some stuff on leprechauns. There's a
Okay.
lot of stuff in this book.
Yeah.
We should get it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's buy it.
Sounds like a plan.
We're gonna buy it. Matilda, we would like to buy this book.
It's great. It's some good stuff about leprechauns.
Okay. Yeah, so she takes it from you and like she turns it over. So $250 for this one.
Bargain.
I give her $250. Cause I'm sure I got a wallet somewhere.
Yeah, sure.
I'm a teen girl in the '80s. She's got something somewhere.
Yeah.
in her
Sure.
hair.
The book is now yours.
Cool. Thanks,
Success.
Matilda. You will definitely be helping us get an A on.
Yeah, thank you, Mrs. Matilda.
You're welcome, children. Have a good day.
Mm-hmm.
I love the way that Ashley doesn't like being called a child.
It's just funny because, like, being 30, playing a 16-year-old, you're like, oh yeah, okay, she's not talking to me. Okay, so I've done a lot of reading today. One of you should take this book.
I'll read
Yeah,
it.
I'll take it.
Okay.
You can take turns. You can take turns. You got Crenshaw to worry about.
I do.
Yeah, you look after your friend.
Here's the rest of the berries.
Yeah.
Keep him happy. Don't overfeed him or he'll throw up.
Of course not. And I do I think like he's already like picturing some like grand movie set of a terrarium setup that he wants to make for it in his head, like some like very Temple of Doom sort of thing.
I need to go home and go to bed because I have cheerleading practice in the morning.
Enjoy
So-
that.
Oh yeah, I totally won't be thinking about weird lizard things or guys who know all the things in the world and then yeah, no, it'll be fine. It'll be great. It'll be cool. It'll be great and cool and cool.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be sleeping with the lights on tonight. I'm not ashamed to admit it. So I go home to read the book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I go home to sleep.
I think that Jet is very busy on crafting stuff. Yeah, he's still kind of going through his like his witch movie marathon still though. I think like he's still working his way through while he works. You know, Crenshaw's probably in the corner, and it's some very Malcolm in the Middle kind of pan towards it.
Okay. James, when you getting comfortable reading the book, at some point, one of them like old library cards falls out of the book,
Oh,
and there's only
pick it up.
one name written on the book.
And it is,
Hansel.
Ah,
of course.
That guy.
That fucking guy. When was it last checked out? This old library card.
Say like September 15th, like 64.
Wow. Okay. And is this set up in such a way that the book used to be a library book?
Yeah.
Okay. Put that to one side, glare at it, go back to taking notes, and I touch the library card with the nail, give it a little prod. Just check it doesn't turn into a werewolf or something.
It turns into a leaf.
Oh. Keeping the nail on top of it, I'm going to sort of reach over for a box or a jam jar that he's been keeping pens in, tip the pens out, put the leaf in there, and put a lid on it.
Yeah, it's just a leaf. It just appears to be a leaf.
Don't trust it. Staying in the jar.
That's fair.
What a shady leaf.
Yeah, leaf's up to something. So with the leaf suitably secured, I'm gonna
You
go
sound
back.
out of context. You sound so fucking paranoid. This fucking leaf.
Yeah. Everything that's happened over the past few days has completely blown James's rational worldview. He is paranoid of changing leaves.
That's fair.
I'm going to give the book a quick test with the nail again, just to make sure, and then go back to reading through it. Specifically, he's looking for references to shape changing.
Yeah. So like there's in a Book of the Fae, there's a few, right? There's changelings and Fae magics, and so you'll have quite a bit to read through, but it's there.
Okay. Well, he is going to burn the proverbial midnight oil and read through this book and make notes as he's going. He's going to treat it like a school project, because ultimately what he wants to be able to do is get a plan for how to deal with this. So he's making notes, seeing what seems to be obviously just complete fable, what correlates with what they've experienced so far, whether there's any references to any of the things like the wild hunt and witches that they've seen before.
Okay. And we will circle back to that.
Okay.
The next morning, Ashley, Stephanie brings Melanie with her to practice. They
Cool.
both look tired. Like they haven't slept, and like that they're like physically exhausted too, and like they have been exerting themselves as if they'd run miles or something.
I walk up to them. Are you guys okay?
Fine, just my parents decided that I need to train her before she hurts somebody, and she's being difficult.
Yeah. Like a bad lizard. And
I'm
she like
sorry,
just looks up.
a what?
We found a changeling.
Oh. Wait, really? A changeling?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Or a wildling, or whatever it's called. I don't know. Is it? Are they different things? Are these two different things? Did I just insult a race of things?
Yeah.
It's a lizard.
Oh, yeah, so like the Stern's like, so wildlings they live in Fae, but they're like deer, right? Like they live in the Fae wilds, but they're, you wouldn't treat them like any normal person. Most of them are more dangerous than what you would find in your average forest around here, and then like a changeling would be an actual member of the gentry.
Oh. Cool. See, this is what happens when you're uneducated and you don't educate yourself on the proper wording of things and start spouting out things like a stupid ignorant human.
It's fine. Most people don't need to know that.
Thank you for educating me.
You're welcome.
You guys need to get some sleep.
Yes, but we have practice and school. Well, I have school. I don't know what she's supposed to do.
Probably sleep.
Oh, thank God. See, I told you you didn't need to drag me with you.
I mean, that's part of it, right? Like, you gotta be like, you can't be half-mast. You gotta, like, do the full thing, including sleep. Like, sleep's part of it. Just do the thing. I'm tired too, okay? I read a lot about some weird shit yesterday. Anyway. Oh yeah, we met a guy yesterday too, by the way. His name's Hansel.
Never heard of him.
He's a solver of problems.
Wait, how did he word that specifically? Did he say solver?
Finder, maybe? I
Fixer?
wrote fixer? That's a
Huh,
word.
Okay. Oh, well. That's... If he asks you for a favor,
Ah, fuck no.
yeah, don't do
No.
it.
What if we asked him for a favor?
Then he's going to ask you for a favor to do the favor.
But I'm supposed to say no to his favor.
Yes.
So how do we get him to do us a favor without us having to do a favor?
Nobody's ever pulled that off.
Huh.
Told you so.
What if we agree to something that is literally impossible? Like, I don't know.
Oh,
Anyway, he could help us find the book, or get the pages and find the book.
He could, I suppose.
I mean, it might be a little dicey, but
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, usually you don't know what he's good. Like, he usually, like, he doesn't cash favors in right away. Like, he banks them. He uses them,
Oh,
like,
so, like,
currency,
when I'm
right?
right. So like when I'm 30 and I'm playing a game with my friends, he might pop in and be like, "Hey, remember?" like-
I mean, yeah, if you're lucky. I've heard stories of him popping on fucking centuries later
Oh,
to somebody's family, long lost family member, and
Oh,
being like,
it's
"You,
called a curse.
somebody," yeah, basically.
Oh.
He also, he doesn't understand the passing of time for humans.
I mean,
that-
who does? Really?
That's profound.
Thank you.
Just
At any rate,
be wary.
that's a plan. A plan, not plan A. It's a plan. We also thought that Crenshaw. We named the lizard. His name is Crenshaw now. We also thought Crenshaw could make a good like. Have you ever seen Indiana Jones?
Yes. We went and seen it together.
Swap with the thing, with Crenshaw, the lizard, and the book. Swap.
Okay, yeah, I mean, that might work. It's not the worst plan I've ever heard.
It's probably a lot better than the Hansel plan, which is
Yeah,
plan,
yes, it's
but
definitely.
not a... Okay, cool.
Which,
We're just
speaking
trying to
of-
help and trying to figure out plans.
yeah, look, Melanie told me where that book actually is. Apparently, she thinks it's in. Oh, damn it! I forgot the name of the town next to it. What? Gossipville? Was it Gossipville? Is
Yeah.
that it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She
Looking at my
she
notes.
says she senses it in Gossipville. Which process of elimination? I'm gonna guess Lockheed.
Ah, my parents work there.
So might be a little harder to get into, but
What parents were doing experiments on Melanie?
Yeah, such fascists. It's a perfect teen rebellion for them. Oh, mum and dad, you're the worst.
Okay,
Doing experiments in weird Melanie.
in Lockheed. All right, this is good information. How are things going with Sarah?
I mean, I haven't heard from her in a little bit, but I think they're fine. If she
Okay.
needed help, I would assume I would have heard from her.
Unless she's dead. Like, again.
I mean, my understanding is that she's pretty hard to kill, but I've never actually met her before, so...
You want to know what's hard to kill?
What?
Crenshaw. He's hard to kill. Like, Jet was shaking him in a bag with a horseshoe the other day, and he didn't die.
Oh. Yeah, they're,
Like-
they're pretty resilient, but, like... I wouldn't push it too far.
Right. Right. That's fair. Alright. Well, thanks for the info. We should probably get practicing.
Yeah. Yeah, we should do that. So, Jet,
Yes.
how's your morning?
I think like Jet probably wakes up with like bent kind of like with a half completed temple on his chest that made out of like styrofoam and stuff, and he wakes up and like feeds some berries to Crenshaw and gets going. Then he remembers he forgot to eat breakfast, and he goes back and makes toast, and then gets going.
Does Jet bring Crenshaw with him to school?
Yeah, I think he does.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Great.
Like,
Cool.
listen,
Nothing bad'll happen.
it's not like it's gonna harm his reputation more than he already has.
There is zero chance of anything bad happening here.
And listen, if anything, this is a net benefit for his social standing. Guy with cool lizard, probably higher up on the social food chain.
Says guy who tried to kill lizards.
Yeah,
And now
was
you
defe-
love him.
He
And
was
now you love
defending himself.
yeah.
The lizard shot first.
Lizard. That's what they say about Star Wars.
The lizard shot first. And when I see them throughout the day, by the way, I will share the word about the book and its possible location. By the way.
So James will probably light up at that and point out that that's where his parents work.
And then Ashley will probably be like, oh, what if they were hurting Melanie?
Yeah, well, parents are the worst.
Yeah, totally.
Mine's okay.
Oh, they let you keep Crenshaw. Did you tell them
So-
about?
I bet
did.
you don't know.
I don't think my mom knows yet.
Cool, cool.
So maybe
That
we
won't
should
backfire.
see about taking a trip out there.
We could once I figure out if I get a car again, or maybe I could borrow Mom's.
Is there a bus that goes there?
Yeah.
You can get a bus.
We could take
Is
the
it?
bus.
You can deign to take public transport.
Okay.
So are we going to then spend like maybe the week being as normal as possible at school?
Yeah.
Which means we shouldn't really be hanging out too much.
Yeah, probably not. That makes sense. I
Yeah,
think
if
Jet is strangely engaged with his schoolwork more than he normally is. Whether it's because it's grounding, or it's because it, he's hoping he might find something out about it that kind of gives him more insight. I'm not sure, but I do think that he is more engaged with it right now.
James, on the other hand, is completely distracted with killer witches and killer cowboys and shape-changing lizards and creepy mirror guys and all the
Weirdly.
other assorted nonsense that's going on.
Just real quick, the tier 1 emote has been approved and is
Hey!
available for subscribers.
Nice.
All right, yeah. Let's see, Ashley, you have social chameleon. You roll me your social chameleon.
Okay. Oh, that's real good. 24.
Oh yeah, that is real good. That's great. That's so you're you're we'll say you're on your way to lunch,
Okay.
and you know you have your kind of normal people around you, Stephanie
Hi,
and Amber, and yeah, right?
Julia.
Yeah, they're there, and you're walking, and at some point you notice, and you're like, you see somebody from behind, and you're like, oh, that's weird. Why is Stephanie over there? And then it clicks. Stephanie's standing right next to you. That can't be Stephanie over there.
Stephanie. Is Melanie here?
She went home, I thought.
Are you sure? And I point.
And she looks and says, fuck. What do we do?
I mean,
People are
if
bound
I
to
were
notice.
Jet, I would say put her in a bag and shake her real hard, but I don't think that's the right answer. So I think maybe y'all should just, like, go home for the day. You need sleep anyway. You're exhausted. You fell asleep in calculus.
Okay. Can you get her so people don't see both of us in the cafeteria? I'm going to sneak back out.
All right, fine. You owe me. I was looking forward to pizza. Okay. I go up. I go, hey! Not Stephanie?
Oh,
Hi,
hi.
what are you doing?
I got bored.
I'm sure. You can't. This isn't. You can't. How do we. No. And I just, like, I hook my arm around hers and I'm like, come on. You and actual Stephanie are gonna go home. You're gonna figure out your lives at home so this doesn't happen again.
Oh, okay. I guess.
I know you get bored, but also, like, other people don't know what's going on, so you gotta keep it under the rug, okay?
Okay. Wait. Are you sure I
do
can't
we-
stay with you?
With me?
Yeah, cause like Stephanie's just always just go. You gotta train. You gotta know how to do all these things. And
Imagine the pressure she's under. Imagine the pressure she's under trying to deal with everything that's going on in, like, with her regular life and then everything else outside of that. It's probably a lot, right? Like, And now she's got you, who she's got to help figure all this weird stuff out. It's a lot. I can't help you the way that she can help you. The last time you and I were in a room with other people, you went freaking crazy on Sarah and nearly, like, destroyed a house. So, no. I'm sorry. But you should probably just try. It's been 2 days. It's been 2 days, Melanie.
Okay, what? Okay, fine. I'll try.
And maybe you should be more vocal about your needs with Stephanie. If you want, I'll bring it up to her when we get to the car.
Would you? That would be great.
Yeah, sure. No problem. I'm everybody's mother. It's fine. Come along. We get to the car. Stephanie,
What? Yeah?
you need to take it easy on her, okay? You're driving her insane, and she's rebelling.
It's been 2 days.
I know! I can't handle this shit, Stephanie. She asked me to stay with her. Or she asked me if she could stay with me. I told her no, because I can't have my house destroyed by weird witch shit. Alright?
Okay, fine. Yeah.
So, I look at them both, I go, you, pointing at Stephanie, take it easy. And you, Melanie, be more understanding of the situation.
Okay.
Do we understand each other?
Yes. Yes, we understand.
I don't want to have this conversation again. Okay?
Okay.
Go to sleep. Go home and go to bed. Both of you. And I walk away. I'm getting pizza. These kids. These fucking kids. She says and she walks away.
Jet, roll me your... What are your skills?
Yeah, what are my skills?
What are the names
Build
of them?
things out of crap.
That's
Yeah.
profound.
Yeah. I have creative basket case, eye for investigation, and genre savvy.
You know what? Roll me your genre, Stavy.
Yeah, okay. I'll roll you 8 dice.
All ones.
Yeah, all ones. That would
8.
make math really easy. It's not all ones. Math is hard. Give me a second.
While you're doing that, I'm going to talk
28,
about...
30. Oh, it's very nice. 36.
Wow.
That was hard math. I don't blame you.
Okay. So, how do you keep Crenshaw with you while you're at school?
Oh, I think that he still has like the string attached this time more into a comfortable harness than anything else, but it's attached to a safety pin on the inside of his jacket.
He has a
This is
jacket.
so-
Oh. I just held that as Crinshaw's got a jacket. Like, you've made him a small jacket?
You will
Yeah,
soon.
I made him a matching jacket, complete with like a patch for what's a band that that Jet would listen to.
Rush.
Probably. Yeah, let's just say Rush for the sake of it. I was gonna be like, yeah, he might listen to some new wave. I could see that. But you said Rush, and I was like, no, prog rock it is.
Just on the spectrum of weird enough to be like in his realm, you know? It's what you would listen to if you had friends over. See? I'm normal.
Yeah, we're gonna keep this Court of the Crimson King thing just off in there for when we're a little bit more comfortable with each other. Yeah. But the harness is attached to a little jacket.
Okay.
Like a Barbie jacket.
The good news is that like the jacket seems to be working. It's not falling apart or anything. So Crenshaw's still there. He didn't escape or anything. James, did you bring the book with you?
I would have, yeah. I've also got the leaf in a jar.
Okay.
I'm not letting the leaf out of my sight.
Does James read the book online?
Yes, so yeah, he'd have spent the evening reading it and making notes till he got tired, and then he's probably spending time at lunchtime as well with the book if he's not finished with it. It feels like a big book, so he'll definitely take it with him.
Okay. So as he's reading the book at lunch, he finds a page that has like a drawing of an ornate mirror, and it takes up most of the page, and it actually has like a reflective surface on the page.
Okay.
What is your most logical skill?
His most logical skill is, hang on guys, I've got an idea.
Okay, yeah, roll it.
He is not saying anyone's name when he sees that reflective surface, though. Not having any of that nonsense. Yeah, you could sell your soul if you want, Missy.
Maybe not mine.
He's like, hey, Jed, you fancy this?
What are those?
Right. 34.
Okay. Then as you look at it, you notice that there's like words like in the ornate pattern or on the edge of the mirror.
Okay.
And it basically says, look into the mirror to see visions of your future.
How you feeling about mirrors right now?
Yeah, I'm feeling a confab with my comrades is in order here, because James is a bit too Catholic to be looking in mirrors and learning about his future. But he reckons Jet would be 100% up for this.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So I'm going to go and seek out Jet with I've got this really cool thing to show you. But it's not cool.
I mean,
Jet.
I'm listening.
So look at this. So he flicks the page open. This is weirdly reflective. And don't go staring in it yet, because it says round the side of the mirror, stare into this, see your future.
Okay.
I've not done that because it's too weird. Oh, and by the way, this book, there was an old library card in it. I'll close the book over before anyone looks in the mirror. Give you 3 guesses whose name was on the library card.
Shares.
It would be amazing if it was special
It was,
musical guest
of
share,
course.
but no, it wasn't. It was
I had
our,
to ask.
our friend with the top hat.
Uh,
Yeah.
Real quick tracking error.
Oh.
Somewhere, Cher has a ringing in her ears. And we're back. Okay.
So what? Oh, by the way, you'll love this. Reaches into his backpack, pulls out the jar with the leaf in it. That's the library card after I prodded it with a nail. Do you want this for your collection of weird esoteric fae things?
Absolutely.
Hand it over.
Oh no, I'm just gonna start an army.
See if you can get it to turn into a frog or something.
And here's where I have
he's just Doctor Strange.
and here's where I have the leaf that was once charmed by a fae to look like something.
Yeah.
There's a leprechaun in the tree. I saw him.
So, do you want to stare in the mirror and see your future? Because I don't, but I figured this kind of would be your thing. You like all this stuff.
Jet looks kind of anxious about that, because future's kind of one thing he's not really comfortable with. But I think he like knuckles down and gets like a very intense, serious look on his face. He goes,
James looks surprised because he's not really seen this before.
Yeah, for science and inquiry, right?
Yes.
Okay. And he's gonna do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, Jet, you stare into the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
And like the thing is you see yourself doing a lot of like mundane things. You see what you're going to have for breakfast tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
You see yourself eating dinner with your mom on a weekend. And then you see you're in a building that you've never seen before. And you see you're like you're surrounded by like people that you never seen before, and they seem to be pointing weapons at you, but you can't see their faces. You notice like every time a stranger shows up, you can't really see their face. You can only make out the faces of people you know. So you can tell that James and Ashley are there and stuff, but you don't know who these other people are, but they seem to have you cornered, trapped, and you can see monsters like lurking in the shadows of this vision, and there's like a swirling dark cloud around you and your friends, but you seem to be in trouble in the vision. And just when the vision seems like it has no hope left, Hansel appears in the vision. Hand out to shake it. And in the vision, he offers you a deal. For a favor, he can get you all to safety. And that's where we're going to go to break.
Oh, dun, dun, dun.
Oh.
So, guys, I've got to bail just now. So let's assume that I give Jet the book, much against my better judgment.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have to leave early.
I do.
forgot about
I
that.
have to leave. So I'm studious somewhere.
Actually, I think that means, you know what, we're just gonna do a half a night.
That sounds like a
That's a good ending point anyway.
Yeah,
It is a good
Are
ending
you sure?
point.
I don't want to ruin it for the.
Oh no,
Okay.
that is fine. Honestly, only I don't plan too far ahead. I wing half of this stuff, so like
Well, you're a GM, of course you do. That's what we all do.
So
I'm not even a GM. That's what I do.
it's it's not a big loss. We can sign out for the night and everybody can enjoy their night. But it was fun playing with everybody.
Well, that was excellent.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, as always, I hope everybody enjoyed it. And we will sign out starting with Jed. Who are you and where can everybody find you?
Hi, I'm Gar Atkins, but most folk know me as Sahoni, and I am a game designer and podcaster. You can catch me on my Twitter at Sahoni_stuff. That's SAHONI_stuff, where you can hear me talk about different podcasts I'm on, and you can also catch up on news about a game that I've designed and getting really close to finishing called Exceptionals, which is a game about community activism and kinetic eye beams, and it's inspired by X-Men, and it's about the spaces and communities that marginalized people make for themselves. And I have a whole big huge thread kind of pinned in my as my top tweet that will give you a bunch of information, some podcast episodes where I'm on talking about the content in the book and kind of my process and all of that. I'm probably going to be running it in a very public way at some point in the future. So that's, if you want to be a part of that, being on my timeline and interacting with me is a good way of doing that. Thank you.
And don't forget, you're always welcome to run it on the channel. I've only been trying to get you to run it on the channel for months.
I'm probably gonna sit down and do that once I have some once I sit down and do something a little bit more long form, because I would like to do that for you.
Awesome. Ashley.
My name's Keely. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Halfling Trouble. Yes, sir. I live a simple life, guys.
You were recently in a charity game that I'm sure is on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah. I don't know if they're putting it on YouTube or not, but there are VODs of it on Twitch. You'd find them on the Dumpstat Charisma page. I don't know the rest.
The other games were played on Soul Bear RPG and All Nerds Here.
All Nerds Here, and then also So Maddie Games.
So Maddie, yeah, I almost forgot about So Maddie. Which actually, I wonder, are they still playing?
They're Dumpstat Charisma's playing some Among Us right now that I might see if I can hop in on, because I love that freaking game so much.
I haven't got to play it yet. Oh, cool.
It's so good.
So,
we
and
actually get my family. We play that at the weekend. We've got my parents playing Among Us, which is just our exercise in absolute insanity. But it's wonderful.
I've watched a lot of people play it, but I haven't got to play it myself yet. But anyways, James, who are you? Where can everybody find you?
Yeah, so my name's Ian. You can find me at Roll to Save. We're a podcast about the history of RPGs, which I always try and convince people is more exciting than it sounds. You can find us anywhere where you can get podcasts, but you also can find us at rolltosave.blog. I'm also running a game this weekend at a virtual convention called Grog Meet. I'm running a game of Paranoia for 6 Hapless Souls. So doubtlessly those 6 Hapless Souls will not be friends with me after we finish that game, because that's Paranoia for you. Yep, if you look for us at Roll to Save, that is where you'll find me.
Awesome. And I'm Nerdy Teddy. You can find me here Thursday nights running this, and Tuesday nights playing in Rift's Ballad of Fates. You can also find me in the Discord and on Twitter at Nerdy Teddy. And I have... Well, that didn't work. Oh, there it is. There's a delay in the bot, and I was like, that's... Anyways, I have an itch page. You can find some of the stuff that I wrote there. There's some cool games there, and like a supplement for Visigoths and for Small Goths. And I think that's it for me right now. Of course, we are looking for GMs and host for our next season starting in January. The link is in the chat. Or if you can't, or if you're not watching this live, you can check that out on Twitter as our pinned tweet or in the Discord. We are going to raid So Maddie Games. We will see you next time. Bye.
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 Oh, my hand's invisible.